to being a follower of Jesus, I think most of us want to grow. We want to know that we're reflecting him. And I'm reminded of Romans 12. Paul says, "Therefore I urge you, brothers, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice that is holy and pleasing to the Lord. This is your spiritual act of worship." And so I think when we hear that concept of a holy sacrifice, like, how do you offer yourself as a holy sacrifice? Because I find that when you really begin to dig into holiness, like, it's not something you can achieve. There's nothing that we can do to achieve holiness. It's something that God gives us. What's interesting is that he follows that verse up by, "Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world." And so he says to renew your mind. So if you want to bring about change and transformation in your life, here's what you should not do. Like don't try to stop doing bad stuff. Like, it's one of the worst things you could ever do is to stop, like, to try to be a holy person, to try to stop doing bad stuff will not get you there. What you've got to do is you've got to focus your mind on Christ. You've got to understand who you are. The only way to alter your behavior is to change the way you think and the way you believe. Because when your beliefs are changed, then your behavior will follow. What's amazing to me is that just prior to saying what Paul has said there's this thing that the church would, like, it was a doxology. They would kind of like a song. They would sing it when they would meet together. And it goes like this: "Oh, the depth of the riches of the wisdom and knowledge of God, how unsearchable his judgments and his paths beyond tracing out. Who has known the mind of the Lord, or who has been his counselor? Who has ever given to God that God should repay him? For from him and through him and to him are all things. To him be the glory forever." Basically what Paul is saying is, like, man, you got to focus on God. You want to change your life, you got to focus your thoughts on the Lord. You got to constantly be thinking about who Christ is, what he did, how he created you, how he wants to forgive you, how he wants to be in relationship with you. And so you go throughout the day, rather than thinking about, I should not do this, or I should not do that. You just focus on the Lord. And what happens is your mind is transformed and renewed, and your behavior will follow, because as your thoughts are focused on the Lord, you will realize when you're not reflecting who he is, and you want to be different. You want to be like him. You realize how different he is than you are, and it totally shifts the entire paradigm of your behavior. So the way we alter our behavior is not by focusing on our behavior. It's by focusing on the one who can give us inward transformation, and that is Christ alone. He is the only way that we can be holy. And so as you go throughout this day, don't think about what you should not do. Think about who Jesus is and what he's done in your life, and you will end up doing the very things that he wants you to do. You will know the will of God, the good, pleasing will of God that Paul talks about. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.